Well, maybe right away. Last time, an ultra eternal prodigal furious very big sonic for perpetual heroic epic legend.
Those last couple weren't real words.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they were.
Austin met Bellamina. They were attacked by some weird Everfree Wasteland marauders. Austin shot a friggin' awesome golden ray into the sky, and that freed up the sun and revealed that there's some manner of curse put upon Bellamina. And to break that, they've got to like fix the wastelands, I think.
Something.
And then Austin was beat by his awesome attack, and so now he's knocked out again.
Beat, but not like he didn't beat himself up with it. He just made himself tired.
No, he was just tired as all shit. He like gathers his energy from the power of the earth, basically. Apparently.
Wait,
so he doesn't need to eat. That's what he said. He's pretty much like a non-stop friggin' Captain Planet style spirit bomb. I don't know where Captain
Goku?
Isn't Captain Planet also like powered in the exact same way as a spirit bomb?
I'm not sure that that's actually legit.
I think so. It's something like that.
Now we must go write fanfic crossovers between Dragon Ball Z and Captain Planet. Get on it.
And my money.
Nappa, you can just toss dirt on that blue dude and he'll be killed. Alright. Welcome, fellas, to Ultra Eternal Prodigal Furious Very Big Sonic Fearless Perpetual Heroic Epic Legendary Book 2 Part 1 Chapter 1 Episode 2 Triage of these Specters, Aggrandizement of the Self.
You know, I was here for it, and it still sounds like you edited in those gasps. Like, the first two gasps especially were so close to one another in sound that it was like you just repeated the same noise.
I was just wheezing as like hard inward as I could, I guess.
Alright, I'll stop distracting you. Let's get this thing started before
now
there's
Cold
like a 10-minute
Symphonies of
intro.
every punny kind. Here's a song about... That's how my set's gonna be at Everfree.
Do it live. Exactly like that.
Christ. Oh god, I unplugged my headphones. What has gone on?
Wait. Can you hear me again? Is your
Yeah, I
headphones
plugged them back in.
Okay, what you gotta do is you gotta preface it by saying, this song's really hard to sing without any editing or anything, so I'm probably gonna have trouble breathing, and then purposefully do that as loud as possible.
This will make a lot more sense when I get to the part about the lungs in the song, you know. Once you know what those things are.
It does.
You need to do it.
Alright, seriously,
Alright.
Start before this is
I and a newly acquired figure trotted side by side on that lovely spring morning. The grassy lawn of the town, delicately spotted with lush maples and healthy oaks, epitomized the serenity of the excursion. The climate was ideal and the weather was clear. Everything seemed at peace. Nothing budged in the wake of the chilled morning breeze. To my surprise, though, an ominous cloud arose above a nearby tree, and a siren wailed. Closer and clearer, the siren screeched for attention as it hailed beyond the cloistered greens. Perking our curiosity, I and my companion decided to inspect the siren's call.
You're supposed to make a phone ringing noise there. You've done every other one of the sirens things, so why didn't you make a call noise?
Is that close enough?
Sure.
Yeah! Bike horn. I bought this thing at the dollar store. I think it's paid for itself by now. Protected by the bushes, we could see the tragedy. Flames poked and prodded the facade of a set of buildings while firefighters protected... the facade of a set of buildings while firefighters prepared to tackle the situation. The building was almost hidden in a thick blockade of smoke. It was almost indistinguishable. It was a nasty sight to behold, yet my companion seemed to be more indifferent to the disaster. Such a terrible thing to happen to the library, huh? I asked, breaking the hated silence. The heated silence, which was also probably hated. The silhouette in black flatly began. Yes, but I wouldn't call it terrible, for I don't believe in it. What's there to believe in? It's a fire. How do we know the fire is really there? He countered. Because it's hotter over there than it is over here, I replied, dumbfounded by his denial. What a shame. You are so naive. One cannot simply prove a truth based on characteristics. You have simply presented me an unproven conjecture, to which I can conclude nothing concretely.
You know, the voice you're using for that sounds really beastly. Even though it's supposed to have an air of nobility. Just warning you.
Oh shit.
Did I come in at the right time?
We're recording.
Splee, we're recording a fic. There you go.
I'll link you.
Oh. Alright.
Oh, it does it. He does need
Like,
to have
even
an
so
air
he's
of
recording a
nobility.
fic.
But noblemen can have voices like this. What a shame. You are so naive. One cannot simply prove a truth based on characteristics. You have simply presented me an unproven conjecture to which I can conclude nothing concretely. My companion declared, each word of profundity leaving with an air of nobility.
Yeah, stop being so racist.
How far are you in anyway? I'm just
Not much.
Not very far at all. Just
Except
look
this is like
through-
the 5th chapter, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true. We are several chapters into the fic.
So how can you be convinced that is really a fire? I cannot. Our minds may just be telling us it's a fire because we heard a siren. We may have heard a siren because we assumed the day is too ideal to be without conflict. We may assume the day was too ideal to be without conflict because we expect conflict daily. Thus, I cannot be sure that what lies beyond me is really a fire. Interesting. Enthralled by his use of such sound logic, the entire fire seemed to not exist, but I did not care anyway, because the fire did not exist. Damn it, Austin. The climate was now heated, and the weather was hazy. The climate was now heated, and the weather was hazy. I wanted to know more of what did not exist, lest something that did not exist present itself, and attempt to trick me into believing it existed, like the fire.
Is this a pony fanfic?
Oh man.
Yes, it is.
Oh god.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
It's
Oh,
fucking
this
awesome.
fic is amazing.
It's
This is
it's
one of our favorite.
it's my favorite series of fics.
How far? Okay, you're on the second
We're
book.
on the second page. We're like right at the top of the second page.
I know, I
Of
said
the
book
actual fic
two.
itself, we're in the second book, the second episode of the second book.
Yes.
So, meaning I got a lot of catching up to do?
It's only like 5 chapters. If
Oh,
you wanted to, you could go watch them on Brony Mike's YouTube page. They're all there.
Where I've done the previous 15,
Ooh, free
including-
mugs on Brody Mike's YouTube page. Hello,
Yeah,
Brody Mike's
which is what this is
YouTube
going
page.
on, and I'm recording right now. So anyway,
Are you gonna edit this?
no, I'm not. So shut up.
Oh, hello, Bull. All right.
Thanks, sorry. Enthralled by his use of such sound logic, the entire fire seemed to not exist, but I did not care anyway because the fire did not exist. The climate was now heated and the weather was hazy. I wanted to know more of what did not exist, but lest something that did not exist present itself and attempt to trick me into believing it existed like the fire. If the truth cannot be proven, how can I know that the truth cannot be proven if the truth not being proven cannot be proven? I asked through fits of coughing. He's dying in the fire.
That was really impressive, actually, at the speed you were moving.
Thanks. Obviously, your mind, propelled by the notion that the truth cannot be proven, rejects the very driving force. The very driving force. I thought there was a that in there. Yet that is only because you expect this faultless theory to have fault. Oh, fuck. My companion said, raising a hoof to the sordid air. Into the sordid air, I don't know. I could smell the smoldering ashes gliding through the torridity as my enlightenment rose to a fever pitch. So what does exist? As far as I am certain, nothing. Our mind and body let us believe what they perceive, yet their perception may be skewed by our instincts or previous perceptions. His philosophy seemed concrete in every way that I looked. My gaze remained fixed on this burning issue as I smelled the horrible flames around me. I turned away from my companion and reflected on my own life. What if what I had for breakfast was a lie? What if my father was a lie? What if I was a lie? Sitting on the warm
What if
ground-
the cake was a lie?
Shut up, John. Wait, no, that was John's.
Yeah.
That was the echo.
That was Splee.
That was Splee.
Just heard it through John's mic as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Sitting on the warm ground, my head rested in my hooves as I thought. The truth could not be proven, yet the truth not being able to be proven is true. Even though I am not presented proof that the truth about the truth not being able to be proven is the truth. My mind is simply tricking me. It is just all in my mind. I laughed at the fire, then coughed violently.
Did Mojo Jojo write this fanfic?
Nah, dude, it's
No.
sirostentatious. Trust us. This guy's awesome.
Dude, this fic is amazing. You should, like, honestly, if you're interested in this, you should just go start reading or listening to Mike's reading of
Yeah,
this from the beginning.
we don't riff on this one very much.
Yeah, it's
All
just
right,
that
good.
good.
All right.
It's usually like a
Alright,
straight
yeah,
through.
no more.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, sorry.
Are there things that you do riff on?
Yeah, well, the overwriting
Oh,
in
yeah.
this is on purpose, so riffing on it all the time doesn't really make sense.
Alright,
Yeah.
true. Alright.
Yeah. No,
It's your
it-
It's
question.
kind of
As
like
John
that.
Park
It's
said.
kind of like the story of how the ponies did that one thing at the place. I forgot what it was called.
I don't know.
I think
It's
that's
on
what
Tom's
it's called,
channel.
actually.
This is
Yeah.
all still in like a dream sequence, probably. I could hear the shattering of glass behind me and the tumbling of debris. More sirens roared, unbending to the fire's intimidation. The once healthy oaks and lush maples were set ablaze, and the breeze was polluted with ashes and smoke. I turned to my companion's side, but he was gone. He was probably just in my imagination anyway. I could see hooves that did not exist under the veil of smoke that did not exist, as torrents that did not exist assaulted the fire that did not exist. There was no reason to help them, because them did not exist. The cause did not exist. Thus the effect does not exist. Why do anything if nothing exists? Meteors were heard as they collided and crashed with the undeserving earth, yet I paid them no heed. Uncomfortable with the non-existent smoke, choking up my lungs, I opted to walk away, but the imaginary fire blocked my path. In my mind's present state, the trees around me had turned into pyres, and there was no visible route to escape. I could not believe how absurd my mind was functioning by allowing fire to permeate my landscape. If nothing exists, why not turn the fire into cake? All
There's
right.
your cake.
Yeah, there you go, Splee.
Yeah.
I and my companion.
I have
walked
nothing to say on that.
Alrighty. I and my companion walked side by side in our beliefs, but not in physical being. My vision obscured and choking on smoke, I sat down and waited in the illogical inferno, hoping some imaginary fireman would save me from getting an imaginary burn. Then it all went black. My lungs cleared and I could stand. My eyes darted in every direction of the abyss and saw nothing. From behind, a light enveloped me. Peals of pursing whistles and screeches exploded all around me and nearly burst my eardrums. Turning to meet the lights and sounds, a train thundered downs its tracks and collided violently with me. Scene break. Interesting.
Hey, there's something I wanted to mention about this while you were reading it, actually.
Yeah.
The thing that he never even stumbled across there, which I actually kind of would have expected from this fic, but maybe it is a little bit too far even, was him doubting the theory that you should doubt things because of the theory's own thoughts. Like,
No,
not
he did that- he
doubting
did
it
that
because
right
it
away.
sounds unsound, but doubting it because it sounds sound.
No,
You know?
dude, that's he did that right away. If the truth cannot be proven, how can I know the truth cannot be proven? If the truth not being proven cannot be proven, obviously your mind's
Yeah.
rebelled by the notion it can't be true. Yeah, so basically his
But
companion,
like, he
whoever.
accepts it anyway, and
Yeah,
I
he
kind
just
of
accepts
felt
it
like
right
at
away.
some point, I kind of felt that at some point he should have done during his like inward narration, like when he was saying, "What if I was a lie?" and then like, "What if the fact that I was a lie was a lie?"
Oh, okay. So the
Kind
thing.
of like the double lie.
Got it. So still accepting that thing, but like
It's
even
still
to a
accepting
further
the
degree.
theory, but
Yeah.
using the theory on itself.
Okay.
Which would be
All
just
right.
completely absurd.
Yeah. And so yeah, usually between paragraphs and stuff we'll talk sometimes, but and then if we're reading other fics, it's normally just like let's bullshit central.
Oh, wait, is this
It
Ultra
really is.
Eternal Prodigal?
Eternal Prodigal,
Others
Furious,
fit-
Superior-
Very big,
yeah.
Sonic, Fearless, Picturable,
The problem
Heroic, Epic, Legendary.
The problem
Yeah,
with
what
Ultra
about
is if we sit around and talk too much during this, it'll never get finished because the chapters are really long and really thick, like they're really wordy. Whereas with
Yeah.
other fics, we can extend a 20-minute reading section into an hour one, but with Ultra, it's already like an hour on its own. So if we were to do the same thing, it would turn into like a 2-hour one.
So I read it trying to read it. I try to read it fast to accentuate my
You are-
pronunciation abilities.
You're actually reading pretty fast today.
This is
I was
the
impressed.
title itself is long.
Oh, dude, Ultra
That was
Eternal
awesome.
Prodigal, Furious, very big Sonic, Fearless, Perpetual, Heroic, Epic, Legendary is awesome.
And it's written by the main character.
I cannot pronounce it fast.
Yeah, I know, right?
Anyway, go for it.
Turn
Let's get
Splee's
started with the next
volume
section.
down slightly.
Oh, sorry. I'll
Yeah,
let
it's
my
alright.
mic down.
Oh, you were just kind of loud. Well,
Oh,
now you're gonna
okay.
be like really quiet. Okay. Back. Then it all went muted grays, but I assured myself it was only the house and not another dream sequence. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess the house would be muted and gray because it's kind of covered in clouds the whole time.
Yep.
With that realization and impact, I had forgotten what I was so furiously mulling over a few minutes ago. It seemed so distant now. Only righteous energy filled the void of my mind, in my mind of the forgotten dream. Heaven's floodgates were free from their chains and allowed fervor to flow through me like blood through a buffalo. Interesting. My elation rocked the globe and drew from sleep the two adjacent mares.
The buffalo comment makes a lot more sense if you consider the fact that they're in a world where everything's an animal, like there aren't humans.
Okay, so like,
So while we wouldn't normally draw
it
a
flowed through me
comparison
like
with
blood through a red-blooded Native American.
No, it's like blood through a really strong guy or something, you know. Whatever,
Well, yeah, but they
Like
were
crap
Native
through a
Americans.
goose.
yeah.
Yeah, like blood through a goose. Thank you.
What?
As someone
I
said, blood.
crap through a goose.
Oh, crap through a goose. I thought you said blood through a goose. I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm lost. Just keep going.
What time is it? Scattershot asked, clenching her eyes from the rude awakening. I looked outside, still overcast, and no sign of weather. It was day. Sorry, I read the wrong form of weather there. I looked outside, still overcast, and no sign of whether or not it was night or day. What a concept! This world is our blank slate, eternal, and our cube to carve. Such frivolous trivialities plague thy mind? I laughed, erecting myself before her. Oh God. Ha ha ha! I looked at Bella, who did not stir. I giggled, and nudged her with a hoof. You know this world better than us all, and have drunk from its fountain, so join us! Don a smile the clouds cannot crush, and derive a blessing from our curse. The brightness I saw in her yesterday, and somehow melted away in her sleep. For a moment there was no answer, but words met ears. She swatted me away and turned over. I'm not going with you. I thought about it long into the night, but I had a curious dream which helped me decide. Without my cutie mark, I have no purpose, so I think I'll live here for a while. I shook my head and laughed at her silly sullenness. Ha! Does it not make more sense to laugh than to lament? Laughter is okay. Laughter is day, and sobriety is night. Laughter is okay? What the hell?
Laughter is okay.
Laughter's okay, you know, come on. Laughter is day, and sobriety is night. A smile acts as the twilight that hovers gently between both. More bewitching than either. Jeez, what the hell's going on? In the world there is comedy as well as tragedy, but confined by these four walls is nothing but gray. She did not move.
Noises are noises. Laughter is pretty good.
We haven't made that joke in a while. Wow.
That's a pretty old inside joke right there. But I was reminded of it by the laughter is okay.
Yeah. Old joke's an old joke. Cup mug of something's alright.
I laughed at a
Cup
joke
almost
that
mug.
I don't even get.
That's alright. We're making like billions of old references and jokes and shit. All these answers to be found. What about the caper of your mark and time? Does it not interest you to find the source of this dark magic? She did not move. My smile slowly faded. I was about to dismiss her sourness and press on, though Scattershot raised a hoof to my body. She whispered to me that she would work with Bella. With a shrug, I left the two to go pack our belongings. I left the two to go pack our belongings from the silo and ready our team for the trek ahead. Snow had taken its leave and allowed the rocks and crags to flourish once more. Under the ceiling of rolling clouds, I quickly packed the candles and the blankets into the satchel. Eyeing my adventure log, I figured I would catch up on it tonight. In this downtime, I made myself presentable for the journey. Scattershot's brush glided lovingly through my locks to shoo away the morning. Without a light source, the band around my horn and the pendant around my neck looked a little dull, but I knew of their nuclear show, and they would shine through. Rah! And they would shine through soon enough. There's no through in there, but it makes sense, whatever. And they would shine soon enough. The sun caught in their metallic bodies knew no limitations of beauty. My admiration came to a halt when a mighty bolt of laughter shot through the sound waves and shook the silo's walls. No! Blasts! My echo mic is in a bag instead of the proper spot. There we go. Back over my back, bag over my back, back over my...
What?
Wow.
That's also something I do when I fuck up. I just kind of roll with it. Yeah, okay.
When I fucked up, I used to go, but then I
Good
went
man,
up,
yeah.
but I stopped doing that.
What? Nah. Okay. Bag over my back, I checked the disturbance, only to find Scattershot and Bella trotting out of the house, Bella in a fit of laughter. Okay. Sorry.
What is it, SpongeBob?
Oh god.
I'm ready! Fuck.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Alright.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Ostentatious?
Stop it. No more SpongeBob. We can't take anymore.
No more SpongeBob ponies.
No, this is Brody Bike. Alright. Bella in a fit of laughter. What have I missed? I asked. Oh man, Austin! Scattershot knows the funniest jokes! At first I thought they were all corny and lame, but then something twitched in me, and now I can't stop laughing! All the while, giggles and bits of chortles escape with words, and broke up her staccato sentence lyrically. Okay, sorry, I've gotta say it.
Crap, you gotta reread
I've got a lyric. Hang on. I've got to lyrically giggle and chortle a little. Wait, I've got to lyrically add giggles and bits of chortles.
And
I have to say
so
it
has to have a
staccato
rhythm to it. You gotta put the rhythm into the chortles and giggles, I guess. This is so hard.
Giggles and chortles.
Oh man, Austin! Scattershot knows the funniest jokes! At first I thought they were all corny and lame, but then something twisted in me and now I can't stop laughing!
That was so bad.
Oh god! Jesus Christ, that was like...
As soon as I heard the
that was like
you were
rhythm
using
hell.
that, I was like, what the hell, man?
Jesus, that's like a deleted scene from It.
Wow.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do?
Oh,
I
God.
better let the poor guy out.
Seriously though, good
I love that
attempt.
guy's fucking laugh.
Good,
He like
good attempt, Mike.
shivs his arm down while he does it.
Well, while I can't actually give you any points for execution on that one, I gotta give you points for the attempt. That is E for effort.
Thank you. Okay. In her panic of laughter, I'm not gonna read it again with a panicked laughter. That was just enough already. She whipped her head violently enough to dislodge her elderly bun. She probably should throw it out because it's probably moldy by now. No. Buns. From its restrictions emerged a waterfall of a dazzling mane, washing away the air of gloom she once possessed. The color returned to her again. The color of like a slightly bluer gray, I guess? I don't know.
I mean, you can have a color like gray and still have it be muted.
Yeah,
normal,
actually, good point.
Whenever I think like different colors of gray, I think back to that 50 Shades of Grey book.
No, but I think of
Oh,
like,
God.
because like Dinky Hooves is a purple gray, whereas Derpy's like a very, very gray.
I think they just
blue.
meant muted, like, you know, muted.
Oh, like she can't talk.
Yeah, exactly. Like the color
Yeah.
can't talk.
Like there's a thing in the corner of the screen. It says
Like
either
some
mute
kind of
or like there's a-
absurdism where the color can't talk.
oh, like before the 1940s.
Yeah.
Colors can't talk. So...
All right,
Okay,
back to
that's
track.
Okay, let's get back to the fucking fic. Christ. Okay. I've been having a shit cough recently.
God bless you.
No, God bless you, bitch. Say that to a priest one day. Anyway. I looked at Scattershot incredulously. She walked over to me and leaned in close. Come on, let me whisper in your ear. No. Words can create action, though it depends on the tone and formation of the sentence. With that, she winked at me, and I could not help but smile. I laughed with Bella and Scattershot. Ha ha ha! Something ignited within me, like a flame. Trust me, Bellamina. If I like a pony's laugh before I know anything of the pony, I say with confidence that the pony is good. And all three of our manes flowed harmoniously in the wind. We were in good company. Why should I worry? Why should I care? Okay.
Good company.
End of scene.
Deny.
End scene. End joke. Good joke. Next joke.
Good job. Next joke. The Odd Couple. How's that theme go? That show's got an awesome theme.
Three's Company?
No, that's the Odd Couple. That's what I'm saying. Odd
Yeah, I
Couple.
know, but like,
Yeah, that's
Good
Now,
Company, Three's Company.
Time for Battlefield
Company.
Company
Okay,
2.
never mind. Okay.
All right.
Next
Next
scene. A world's army cannot hold us back. Down on the horizon, drawn to the horizon. Drawn to the horizon, we left the home in a. A world's army could not hold us back. Drawn to the horizon, and we left the home in the silence of the frozen clocks. Dr. Hooves had done a grave thing this day. No. He paused all the clocks in Equestria. For a while, we just walked.
Time Turner, why?
Apparently, that is supposed to be like his job in Equestria, which makes sense. Yeah, like in
turning
in the universe.
Yeah, fixing clocks and making sure everything is all timey-wimey.
Yeah, exactly. That was well written. For a while we just walked, not knowing where we were going. It's so much fun not knowing where you go. It's Phineas and Ferb. Do you know of any towns around here, Bella? Scattershot asked. Nope. You don't know how long I've been in that house. Now that I think about it, it's all so silly ever since I ever stayed there all this time. Who knows how many friends like you two I've missed out on? It was nice to hear that. Then all we have is the wind on our backs and a ballad to write. We will walk and trek and traverse and travel till we see life. The two approved our mission, and we went on. Silence for the road ahead, like the gentle dove on its trip to salvation. Oh, our pledge to ponies into this world was tremendous indeed. Was tremendous indeed, not tremendous indeed. Our passion nailed us to the stars with bravado above. That's a lot of jewelry you have. A voice chirped. Bella walked beside me and was examining me. I love how she interrupted his internal monologue.
Yep.
I laughed and erected my neck and my walking pace. Ha! They are not mere pieces of jewelry. They are ancillary devices integral to my power. Bella was not inspired, but more amused. Sure. She giggled a skeptical giggle. Giggle?
I'm not really sure.
Sorry, let me do a
You've got a
skeptical
little,
The next time I laugh, see what happens.
Sure.
you've got just a little packet loss there, Mike.
Okay.
Letting you know.
Okay. Crap. Wait, do I have my torrent program going? Probably.
Jiggle at the ghosties.
Oh God. It's like
I'm not sure I
Mrs.
wanna
Cake's
see that.
version.
You got Pinkie Pie with boobs. Jiggling.
I'd be fine with that
Jiggle,
version.
jiggle.
Where am I? She giggled a skeptical jiggle. Fuck.
Now you
I
can't
said it
stop
again.
saying it.
No,
You just can't.
She giggled a skeptical giggle. He. A thought occurred to me. Does the pendant look familiar, Bella? Sorry, can't say I've seen it before. It looks a little too gaudy for my tastes. Not at all uneasy about my masculinity, I opted to change the subject. That's a nice diversion of your reasoning there, Austin. Bella, you spoke of a dream? How did it transpire? Her eyes looked upwards as she thought. I can't seem to remember anymore. Just someone talking to me and trying to tell me I shouldn't go. She shrugged and forgot the rest. And you, Scattershot? A dream of such drew you from something? A dream of such drew you from something? There we go. I asked, turning to the mare lagging behind. We waited for her to catch up. I don't think so. I don't remember if I did.
You have the two
Sorry.
reversed there.
What?
You're using Bella's voice for Scattershot and Scattershot's voice for Bella. I don't know if you just had the wrong lines for each of them or what.
Backwards. My bad. Does the pendant look familiar, Bella? Sorry, can't say I've seen it before. It looks too gaudy for my tastes. Not all easy. Bella spoke of a dream. How did it transpire? I just can't seem to remember anymore. So, just someone talking to me and trying to tell me I shouldn't go.
I was so confused. I was like, what? Wait, what? Scattershot?
You Scattershot?
What?
Dream of such dream from something? Mare lagging behind. Oh, she's lagging behind because she's kind of like Fluttershy. Okay, we waited for her to catch up. I don't think so. I don't remember if I did. Sorry. Not at all. Such is hope. Heaven's own gift to struggling mortals. Pervading like more subtle essence from the skies. All things good and bad. With that declaration fell a silence as we progressed. Bella's farm dissipated into a storm behind us as an ugly thickness grew in the air. Probably from all the jiggling. Only a minute at first. Oh, my stomach's doing something weird. Hang on a sec. There we go. Only a minute at first. Only minute at first. What the fuck? Only minute at first. Though its pungency became more acute as we neared the apparent source. From the outcrop of a rock formation, a path seemed to flatten out and invite us along it. It flattened out all the jiggling. Sorry, I can't get my mind out of that jiggle. Holographic and glistening in what little light escaped through the clouds overhead, this obsidian pathway was clearly carved out. Around it grew steep inclines and sharpened ledges as the sides progressed upwards to the heavens. Prisms of beautiful volcanic glass like steps to the roost, though they slipped away behind the walls of the path. I'm taking some water.
Drink some water. Can't get your mind off the jiggle. It's kind of like Jello. Once you start thinking about eating Jello, you can't stop. You're just like, Jello. I really want some Jello.
Now I'm just gonna like look up a picture of Pinkie Pie with boobs just to friggin' torment
Oh,
you
dude,
guys.
I've seen so many. I've seen
Let's not get distracted by Bro
literally
like looks at
over
porn
1,000.
while he's trying to do his readings.
Strikes of glittering red began to spread across the faces of the walls on the roof of the cave the path led us to. The ground grew warm beneath our hooves as the mouth of the cave became obscured and hidden in the dimness of the volcanic cavern, only the ruby stripes and arrows giving off light to continue through. Activity and lava pools took their toll on the temperature, an oven we seemed to have stumbled into. Relaxing breezes from the cave's escape washed over the beads of sweat collecting on my forehead. The landscape was sure. This land shape. Yeah, kind of like how Italy's a boot. And how y'all can remember what Louisiana looks like because it's shaped like a L. Okay, so anyway. This landscape surely was curious. As we exited the cavern of magma, the open sky was visible, though on all sides we were boxed in by walls of that familiar striped obsidian blend. Before us stood solid gates like barricades, though voices could be heard beyond it. A tycoon of soot and ash. A guard in her guard tower appeared over her perch. Sorry, pardon. Do we know who this is? By the way,
guard.
Splee, Splee, we've read this fic. Oh, this is someone named. Okay. Also, what was I gonna say? Right,
it's the mayorish type person for this village.
Dude, I was
Grassy Knoll.
Yeah. You spoiled the name. I didn't mention the name before. Okay, so
You sounded like you were building up anger, and then you're just like, anyway.
I was, yeah. They mentioned that they trek through a volcano with just one paragraph in there.
Yep.
I noticed that. I like that.
Really?
And they go into great description of it. It just only takes them a paragraph.
Yeah, I know.
You said you were gonna say something to me. I don't know what you guys are gonna say.
Who knows?
That we read this before.
Read this before.
Yeah. But we read up until the latest chapter, but we hadn't recorded it, and the guy hasn't been releasing chapters necessarily recently. He's been busy with stuff, but he does plan on continuing it still, and I'm gonna release readings of all this, and this is still in the recording, so whatever.
Yay!
So
that's recording.
On what wind did you three mares drift here on? The guard bellowed. Oh, fuck, bellowed.
It's not really bellowing at all.
No! I just figured I'd do my mare voice, since I've done that already. On what
not to get distracted.
did you three mares drift here on? The guard bellowed. Is that more of a bellow?
Yeah, but now you sound masculine.
Well, is it male or not? Is it female? Is she female?
All the ponies are female, remember?
They are?
What?
All the ponies in this area are female.
Oh, shut up.
How does a female...
You didn't need to say that. You could
How
have
does a
just told
female
me.
bellow?
On what wind did you three mares drift here on? The guard bellowed. My hoof personified by anger to the gender classification error. Oh, three mares, that's why. Do you have a leader here? We are travelers on a mission of divinity. Ooh, they foreshadowed this by mentioning that, like, he looks feminine with his gaudy trinkets.
Yeah.
They didn't foreshadow, but they mentioned that he looks feminine. And it is harder to tell the genders of, like, the younger ponies, so yeah.
He's a teenager.
Yeah, but he's still youngish. Yeah. You know, like teenage Big Mac looks exactly like teenage Fluttershy. Same
Definitely.
thing.
They were identical.
Totally. The pony in the guard tower gasped when she heard me. What is this? A spirit? She wondered.
In Before Season 3 has an episode where they're teenagers and they look identical.
What?
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I smirked. No, for I eat and sleep and have senses such as thee. That break was not in there. I just broke for a second. I am but humble and eternal Ostentatious. You may call me Ostentatious. In the name of the heavens themselves, I decree you open these doors to us. I decree. He doesn't even demand or request it. He just decrees, open these doors.
He's freaking Ostentatious, the humble and eternal. You can't deny him.
The humble and eternal. Oh, God. Without a word or response, she was gone, and the crank of a wheel began to spin. He actually did it. Gates spread their arms open to let the town embrace us, as did the gaze of a few dozen ponies who crowded around the opening. A sea of eyelashes and a crowd of only mares, all staring at me. An uneasiness swept over me, and I tried my best to assert myself. I am Ostentatious. My two companions are Scattershot and Bella. I have come from the I have come from across barriers of mist to free this world. Their eyes began to widen. Please, does this village have a leader? There was no answer until a pony pushed.
It's a femputer.
I think the best part about humble and eternal is that eternal is in fact, the adjective that he has at this point. But humble, he doesn't have that one.
No. But that's not one of the ones in the title, so whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, still, it's like he mentions the adjective he actually has.
You have a good point. Yeah, I didn't actually notice that.
I'm just gonna add humble to it. You know what? I totally deserve humble.
So his name is actually Ostentatious?
His name is Sir Stu Saint Ostentatious. Yes. Did he get the first piece of paper in the last chapter, or was it the previous one?
It's at the end of book one. It was the chapter before that.
Right.
At the end of each book, remember?
Okay, right. Splee, at the end of the first book of this, which is like 3 chapters, each book's 3 chapters. He beat this. Wait, no. He started off on his journey, and this piece of paper came down that had the word eternal on it, and he like added that to his repertoire. He's like collecting. He's gonna be collecting adjectives or something.
Now he's the eternal Sir
to build
Ostentatious.
to build a name for himself.
Humble and eternal kind of reminds me of Charlotte's
His whole quest is just to honor his father.
Charlotte's
and
Web.
To do that, he needs to have a title.
That's actually a good thing to reference with this. Yeah,
because of words.
Yeah, exactly.
Words,
she just puts adjectives on there. Oh, that's a swell pig.
Hey, guys, I think we're getting distracted.
We are
I'm
always
sorry.
distracted.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Dan.
Continue.
Okay.
Dan's here to study us. Please do this
in uneasiness. No, I'm already there.
Oh yeah, you are already.
There was no answer until a pony pushed her way through the crowd to meet us. Covered in a little less soot than the crowd, she exuded a sort of regality and authority. Curses seemed to spread themselves across this world. All faces in the crowd looked in the prime of their youth, all without insignias or symbols on their marks or their bodies. All without insignias or symbols or marks on their bodies, and all with that bewildered look upon me. I am Grassy Knoll. We are a village of distraught and disturbed ponies. We could use your help. What disturbance? asked Bella curiously. Curiously. I almost meant curiosity.
Wow,
Curiously. Equestrian. The question. I can't stop saying question.
I think your problem is that you said jiggle once, and now everything
and then
is mispronounced.
everything's been juggled. And your jiggles have been juggled. Listen to the biggle buggle.
Listen to the.
Are you just
of
gonna
my
use that
Bipsy
when you
Bamboree.
bungled all
All right,
your
back to the
bangles,
story.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Steady your tongue.
Tangled.
Steady your tongue.
All right.
Listen to the
Steady your tongue, Mike.
of my
Eradicate. Okay. The question drew the sound of a swoop from the air. Slicing of wings crossed the air and picked up 2 stray mares in its path. Scattershot and Bella found themselves on the other side of the gate with the crowd, leaving me out and in the heat of all the inquisitive eyes. My phone is vibrating. I'm going to take it out of my pocket because that is very distracting. Go on my bed, you phone. Okay. A series of blurs.
Voice, so suddenly
A series of blurs. Fuck. Did you hear that? Okay, hear that. Sorry. A series of blurs sucked my mane in all directions until the vortex stopped and a lone figure blocked my route to the town and my displaced friends. Extravagant wings stretched and tucked themselves at the figure's side. Trickery hidden away by a mask and goggles, this Pegasus scowled in my direction and looked me over. Hair voluminous and curls abound. Streaks of magenta and scarlet ran side by side across her mane. Magenta and scarlet. Okay. Wait, what's her... Oh, an ocean blue frame to this feminine demon. Her grimace at my sight only highlighted itself among the volcanic surroundings.
Oh man, I love this character.
What's the meaning of this tempest? Grassy Knoll inquired, taken aback by the stunt. I could ask you the same thing, she returned. Wait, I could ask you the same thing, she returned, a gruff female voice, turning to the village leader. Is this gruff enough?
It sounds like Scootaloo with the smoking problem.
It sounds like Snaps.
Cutie Mark Crusader chain smokers.
No, now you're like Scootaloo mixed with the villain from Sonic the Hedgehog, the terrible cartoon.
Oh god.
Wait, Scratch? That's
Scratch,
nothing like
There you go. It's like Scratchy-Loo.
Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle. Wait, Sweetie Grounder. We gotta get Sonic the Hedgehog
Stop! It's terrifying.
before Princess Robotnik has our flanks.
Princess Robotnik. I like that idea. Someone's got to make it.
I like this idea.
I'm liking this idea.
Extra points to anyone who, any fans that
Gruff.
actually,
Gruff female
that.
voice. All right. Stallions have not been here since our grassy hill became this disgusting volcano when the monsters took our sun. They took them all and made them those accursed souls. Poor unfortunate souls! And now you're about to let one in without even the smallest interrogation?
She snorted.
You're lucky to have me, Noel. Who knows what havoc this spy would wreak on us all? I'm saying spy in that way to like infer that she's a relative of Rainbow Dash, as
Yeah,
The way that she said it
now.
the first episode.
I picked that one up, man.
Yeah, but the viewers playing at home might not have.
Playing at home. This is a game now. Is it a drinking game?
Life
I think
is
that
but
section-
a game.
That
Drink,
section after
drink,
Jiggle when you
wait,
messed up every single
it's-
word forever, probably
God.
all wasted.
It's the Brony Mike drinking game. Drink whenever Brony Mike screws up a word.
Oh man, you'd be so wasted.
Damn straight. Can you like build a dam over a strait?
No, just continue.
Okay, fine.
I saw that distraction coming a mile off, man.
You're lucky to have me, Noel. Who knows what havoc the spy would wreak on us all? You're wrong, called Scattershot. You're wrong. We are as friends of our own accord.
Tempest rolled her eyes behind her thick goggles. Good news, everyone! No.
Don't speak for him, for he is a traitor. That's his spell. The monsters taught it to him to get you to lead him here.
She threw a hoof in my direction.
He's here to take the rest of us to those creatures.
Finally, she turned to me, the apparent offender.
Isn't that right, spy?
I laughed. Ha! No, as I am a pony! Through the cloud. Though the crowd.
Oh, man!
No, as I am a pony.
Punch!
No, as I am
I
a
am
pony!
a pony! Punch!
Adamantium rage.
Adamantium rage!
Though the crowd, and possibly the two mares once at my side, began to waver in their opinions of me. Some seemed convinced, others drawn between the two opinions.
Options.
Yes, two options. Sorry, but they are both. They're still opinions.
They're both options. Option and opinion. Either one would work.
What is this? Becomes thyself lightning and assist me. I am here to galvanize, not terrorize. The heroine took over the laughing role.
God, I
one
love that
no
line.
No one here wants your help. You can't even prove yourself.
And how should I go about such a process? I asked. She thought for a moment. She thought for a moment.
Prove to us who you are. Prove to us who you say you are. This unicorn from Equestria. Perform a spell or trick you can only have learned there.
People in the crowd. In the crown. What the fuck am I doing? Adding like every letter in my
Oh.
brain.
Oh, time to take another drink.
All right. People in the crowd fidgeted in anticipation of my feat and whispered in agreement of the validity of the test. I had a trick in mind to employ. A moment was used to gather energy, then a thrust of a linear line of light into the atmosphere. A few gasps escaped, though the crowd was mostly silent. As the beam traveled higher and higher, it eventually met the barrier of clouds. Like water or liquid of equal viscosity, density, size, appearance, matter, and chemical makeup, the beam cut through it like a knife through bread.
What?
Beautiful.
Let's build this big analogy that makes no sense and then just do a different one.
No, it makes tons of sense, man.
A fine whirlpool of clouds swirled and breathed a stream of light around me for the skeptical eyes to marvel upon. The pendant and my band caught the light in their metallic bodies and knew no limitations of beauty. For a few moments it lasted, a pleasant aura around me. As such glorious things come, they too must go, the sky finally correcting itself and moving on. The crowd was awed by the spectacle, though the heroine seemed more frightened.
Now you've done it. See?
She turned to the crowd.
He signaled the monsters to our fortress.
Becoming more Bella every second, I think.
Now you've done it. You see?
She turned to the crowd.
He signaled to the monsters to our fortress.
I am but a noble spirit. I am but a noble spirit. He almost just
I am
confirmed it
but
as
a
spirit.
man.
I am but a noble spirit. I performed the point. I performed to the point. The spectacle. I performed to the point the spectacle that thee bade me. To every article. I yelled over frantic cries, and the crowd's gasps and whispers.
Hell is empty, and all devils are here. Everyone get inside.
Tempest, stop. Sorry, that was almost like this. Said Noel, raising her hoof to the upstart Pegasus's back. We'll get inside, including the young stallion. With a triumphant grin, I followed Grassy Knoll through the gates. The faintest whisper escaped from the lips of Tempest. Perhaps a curse or another indiscernible remark.
That was not a whisper.
That sounded more like I'm gonna get some chicken tonight.
Yeah, all right, Splee.
All right, Senior Splee.
Bob Dylan's gonna get some chicken tonight. New week's in our card gauge?
Yep.
Okay. I ignored it and followed my two friends and Grassy Knoll to a nearby home to discuss matters further. And
two friends in Grassy Knoll. I thought there was only one friend on the Grassy Knoll.
I swear, I think somebody already has alcohol poisoning by now.
Who's to say it was the dude's friend? Maybe they just like two random dudes who wanted JFK dead and thought it was a good time.
At the same time, they didn't even realize it. Like,
dude, no, Dallas, apparently his last recorded words were, we're like, it sure has been, or something like that, with response to someone saying, wow, the town of Dallas sure has been nice to you in this presidential parade or something. I don't know, it was something like that.
That's a terrible last thing to say.
No, dude, Kennedy's last words were like him complimenting the town of Dallas that he got shot in just afterwards.
That's awful.
A little bit. Scene break.
Kind of ironic last words. That's
end of scene break. A heavy thud. That was an unintended thud. I just like whacked my hand on
that
my
was
desk.
actually pretty awesome. I thought it was intentional. You were like,
a heavy thud met the wooden desk, quite literally, as the tome I had borrowed from the library finally proved its use. Magic flipped the pages and scanned the titles. I almost read that as I almost read tildes.
Scanned the tits.
It's Jiggles and Tiddlies.
No, I almost read tildes, like the little
penis
squiggles.
mightier.
Like the squiggly.
The penis
like
mightier.
Squiggly. That's the pen is mightier.
Magic flipped the pages. Magic flipped the pages and scanned the titles, finding the name of the creatures. Finding the names of the creatures Noel had spoken of. By the flickering light of the candle, I dictated the script. Titan. Ancient deities formed of the natural elements they are born of. Towering high above the equine body and on two legs, these monsters charge, ruthless yet obedient. They follow a master as slaves. A mythical creature, only destroyed by the breaking of the seal of their animation. By breaking the seal of their animation. Shall I read on? I asked.
Wait. So like, do they destroy the Flash program that's trying to animate them, or?
No. Like they send the storyboards to like between offices in sealed envelopes, and like they break those envelopes. They break the seal.
Yeah.
Shall I read on? I asked. The heat of the rocks and walls around us drew a tense environment. Yeah. No, that creature fits our description. Wait, oh. I didn't realize he was actually. I thought he was reading it to him. I thought he was reading it to our. I thought he was reading it to himself the entire time. I can read.
You've gotten so bad that you can't even finish sentences.
I can't even read my own brain anymore.
You can't read your own thoughts.
No, that creature fits our description. What of this seal? Tempest yawned, leaning herself against a brick wall. A back wall. Could have been made of bricks. It was probably made of volcano.
It's probably the weird green marks on their backs. I've kicked it multiple times, but they always seem to put themselves back together.
They have a glowing weak point. No,
Why does your
Yes.
His
Why
voice,
does why
his
does
voice
your
is shifting a lot, but it's okay.
No. I mean, why does your Tempest voice sound a lot like King Kai from Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
It doesn't sound that much like him.
It's
Keep
supposed
going.
to be like my Rainbow Dash voice.
It won't matter that much. Keep going.
All right. Noel nodded. Well, that's where you can help us, I suppose. Do you know how to break a seal? There we go. I got the bass back in there. The concept seemed foreign to me, though Bella had confidence in me. You can shoot arrows at it, or you can whack it with a club. Okay, no. Wrong Fluttershy voice.
He can shoot arrows with magic. Does that help?
I took over. I will have to face these demons in the ring to see what I may do to destroy them. Where can I find them? Stopped short of an answer, the pulsation of an alarm rolled through the town and shook us from the slump of the heat. Tempest took flight and exited to meet the warning. The rest of us followed, knowing the battle ahead. End of chapter.
Any comments,
There we go.
inquiries, or suggestions can be sent to sirostentatious@gmail.com.
Okay.
Hey,
Why did you
Brody,
speed up
wait,
for the
wait.
@gmail.com part?
gmail.com.
Hey, Brody Mike.
Yep.
You said that Bella was the Fluttershy.
Wait. Fuck.
Redo it.
Fine, let's start over.
Bella is my
Start over from the very beginning. All of it
voice.
again.
From the first
You
chapter.
First chapter. Start all the way over.
I hadn't
Replace-
messed up until then.
He can shoot arrows with magic. Does that help?
There we go. You happy?
And
There you go. There you go.
I have a stat screen. I have a stat screen time.
All right. It's fixed.
No. That's right. You
Another
don't.
great chapter.
So shut up.
You
Another
shut
great
up.
chapter.
End of
Another great chapter.
recording.